What is going on, y'all? My name is Matt Lupi. I am a personal trainer and performance coach, and today I want to talk to you about the nutritional aspect of your physique, your performance in the gym, and your overall wellness. Now, before we get started, I am not a nutritionist or nutrition coach. I've done a lot of research on my own with podcasts and books and articles just to find what works well for me. I've done a ton of trial and error over the last several years of my fitness journey. I find what works well for me, what makes me feel good, and have helped a lot of people on the way. So take this advice with a grain of salt. I'm not a professional, but I think this is super helpful for a lot of people. And today I want to talk to you about protein, which in my opinion is the most essential macronutrient in your diet. This is really the only macronutrient I care to track for when it comes to tracking your macros and your calorie count, all those things. All I want to worry about is am I hitting my protein goal per day? And when clients ask me about tracking and nutrition, I tell them, let's start with just the protein. Hit the adequate amount of protein per day, which the recommended amount is 1 gram of protein per pound of body weight. And if you get that, then we can fine tune and get more minute details on how many carbs, how many fats, and how many calories you're consuming throughout the day. Now, why is protein so important? Protein is critical for a ton of your body's physiological function. Your protein is needed for many things cellular, as well as the growth, the longevity, and the health of your muscles. Now, you don't need protein if you just want to be a bodybuilder. Men, women, people of all ages should be consuming adequate protein. Again, that's 1 gram of protein per pound of body weight. No matter who you are, you need to be getting protein. You're going to feel much healthier. You're going to have more energy. You're not going to have the cravings midday, and your muscles are going to be healthier. They're going to be stronger, and they're going to be bigger. I don't know anybody that's going to complain about that. And again, you're not going to just bulk up just by eating some extra chicken or having a protein shake. It takes years to get there. So let's just squash that to start. Now, I like to get all of my protein sources, or most of my protein sources, from whole food sources. So that means eggs, ground beef, steak, chicken, turkey, things that come straight from an animal to my table. I am not focusing on the protein waffles, the protein bars, all these different protein branded snacks, because they're filled with artificial ingredients, they're filled with sugar, they're filled with seed oils, and they're just made in a lab or they're made in a factory. Whereas I could just get meat straight from the grocery store, from a butcher, from a farmer's market. I can get eggs straight from the source. It's gonna be so much healthier, not with all the preservatives and additives in there. So focus most of your diet on whole food sources. So now if you have, different sources of protein and you're having that protein pasta, let's just fine tune that and add some more whole foods to your diet. But there's one thing I want to focus on when it comes to protein. It's what you are doing post-workout. Post-workout, you are completely depleted of all your glycogen because you burned all through it when you're lifting, when you're strength training, when you're doing CrossFit, whatever your style of lifting is, and you're also breaking down your muscles. There's one very efficient way to replenish everything after you work out, and that's a post-workout shake. What I like to do is I use a whey protein isolate. Whey protein isolate is a very fast digesting form of protein powder. It's gonna hit your bloodstream as soon as possible. You're gonna get the necessary nutrients, amino acids into your bloodstream, into your muscles, quickly as possible so they can rebuild better, stronger, and healthier. So whey protein isolate, if you just want a whey protein, that would be something that you can have in the morning. You can have midday as a meal replacement or before bed. This is great for post-workout, the isolate, but a whey protein just itself is good for all times throughout the day. So I use First Form. This is their Formula 1. There's also a Level 1. Level 1 is just the regular whey protein. Formula 1 is for that post-workout whey protein isolate. So keep this in mind. If you're sensitive to dairy or whey, you can always get a vegan option. You can get a grass-fed option. The choice is yours. But I like First Form. Their ingredients are very clean. There are no seed oils in these. There are very few ingredients. So I trust this one. It tastes fantastic and there's no chalkiness. It mixes well. It tastes really good. So that is what I do for my protein source. One thing I did mention is when you finish working out, you deplete your body of your glycogen levels. So these are your blood sugar levels. One thing I want to just put out there is when you lift weights, you probably feel pretty pumped up, right? Your biceps, your chest, your legs are going to get a little bit bigger, that blood flow, you feel good, you look good, right? And then 45 minutes later, all that's gone and you look like average Joe again. It's not the best feeling in the world, but it's how lifting works. And the reason for that is because you're burning up all that glycogen. When you deplete yourself of that glycogen, you get very flat and your muscles are gonna look very flat, and that's when your pump goes away. So if you want to restore your glycogen levels, I use a Ignition from First Form, same brand as the protein. This Ignition is just a simple carbohydrate. So if you look at the macros on this, it has 43 grams of carbs, which is all a simple sugar. So you're gonna look at the label and it says 43 grams of sugar, but what you need to know is sugars are just a very simple, the most simple form of carbohydrate. Think about an apple, a banana, it's all sugar, but that sugar is good sugar. It's a carb source. So this is perfect post-workout. I honestly just mix these together. This is unflavored. This has phenomenal flavor. You mix it together, you get 20 to 25 grams of protein with your protein shake per scoop, and you get 43 grams of carbs for your post-workout shake. I would only recommend this Ignition, the carb source, if you are lifting weights heavy. If you're just going for a walk or something, you don't always need this, but protein you need every single day. I don't care what your goal is. You could be wanting to build muscle. You could be wanting to lose weight. You could be 60 years old. You could be 20 years old. Everyone needs protein. Again, 1 gram of protein per pound of body weight is the foundation of what you need in your balanced diet. So add some protein, start tracking it, and post-workout, I would highly recommend getting a nice post-workout shake. Again, I use First Form. This is a company that I trust. This is a company I've used for over a year. There's other good companies out there, but I would just advise you to look at the label, see if there's anything that's glaring, see if there's anything you can't pronounce. Might not be the best option for you. So that is my tip for today on nutrition, on protein. Get your protein in, 1 gram a pound per body weight. I know I'm repeating myself, but it's so important. It's gonna help you build muscle, have healthier muscles, and when you build stronger, healthier muscles, you're actually gonna burn more calories and more fat when you're resting. Sit on the couch, record a video like this, which I don't know who is gonna complain with burning extra fat while they're resting. So get your protein in. I hope this helped. Go get you a protein shake. Go to the grocery store, get some eggs, get some chicken, get some ground beef, and start getting real protein into your body.